How do you redirect the workplace drama queen or king? Hey there, if we haven't met yet, I'm Vanessa. I work with leaders in business to bring out the best in themselves and others through shifting their mindset and shifting their behavior. So this week's topic has been inspired by a leader who wrote to me and said one of his biggest frustrations is when team members hold other team members to standards that they just wouldn't hold themselves accountable to. For example, they could be impossible, outside their job description, not practical, unrealistic, unrelated, unavoidable. It just reminds me of that saying, the pot calling the kettle black. You know, that whole thing is we criticize other people for the faults that we actually have within ourselves. And when this happens in a workplace, I don't know about you, but I do respond in a way that's kind of takes it personally, starts to become quite defensive, starts to have that conversation and that drama happen around the discussion rather than being focused on what it is we're here to achieve. So I think there's two different ways we can look at this. One is through the filter of human behavior that says if it's an individual within the team that does this on a regular basis, we want to understand where they're coming from. It could be a red flag that they're feeling disconnected and disengaged in their work because they're meeting their needs for variety and for significance through creating this drama. So variety, if they're not meeting that in a resourceful way, they create a drama in order to be able to feel like they can, have something uncertain happen in their world. And then through significance, sometimes, we all have a need to be taken to be validated, to be important, to feel like you matter. But some people become a taker of that. And when that happens, they can start to put other people down to make them feel important. They can create gossip. There's lots of really unresourceful ways that can play out in the workplace. So if that is at an individual level, we need to be having an individual conversation and working through that process with the person. But where it becomes more around this is what lots of people on our team do, I think we really need to start to question what is the culture that we've created in our business and how do we want it to change to reflect where we want to be. So firstly, is everybody aligned to the vision of where we're going? And if they're all aligned to the vision of where they're going or where we're going, do they understand the different roles each of the people within the business play towards achieving that vision? So I think that matters a lot because then we can elevate the discussion to what we're here to achieve. Now, what's really important in a workplace too is that we have values, shared values, behaviors that we know that we need to demonstrate when it comes to working here. And if it becomes, acceptable to have a standard around, a behavior about how we support each other, or it could be collaboration or teamwork, then we can start to talk about what that looks like and how that plays out. So I think standards matter, and it really is appropriate for us to hold ourselves and each other accountable to that. But we've got to be clear on what they are. And they need to be agreed upon. And we need to have conversations with our team that say, this is the expectation. So if we create a healthy workplace culture where that can thrive, then we're actually doing it in a way that doesn't make it about the person, but links it to the purpose of what we're here to achieve. Look, I trust that's been of value for you. Gives you something to think about if you're noticing this within your team. And if you have got any problems or challenges that you'd love me to address, please just let me know. Hit me up with a private message or comment below. Thanks for tuning in to Empowered Leadership. Have an awesome week and I'll see you again soon. Bye.